mountains are calling, rivers are calling. The air that I'm breathing, the sun that I'm
The cedars are currently 18.5 paces from each other. So if we have 7, we're going to plant them 9.25 paces, and then they've got to be in line. What day is it?
Friday?
Well, the sun's out, so therefore.
The mountains are calling,
I got you.
the rivers are calling, so go outside.
Doing stuff.
And love in my heart, and I will never
Coffee time. It's good.
every rock and every stone.
Is this Elton? Barry Manilow? Michael Bublé? What?
I am the moon, I am the sun. The mountains are calling.
So Britton marked out all the paths, and now I'm standing where we're gonna plant the pears. And the pears are bigger, so we're gonna plant them on the north side of the yard. Is that right?
That's
and
right.
then we're gonna plant the smaller trees on the east-south side of the yard because of wind,
Well, sun, mainly.
sun.
Because if you plant the big trees on the south side, then they shade all the trees on the north side that are little itty bitties.
Yes, that's true.
Chip.
You got dirt in the holes of my class.
Oh no! Use your coffee grounds? What are those for?
Where am I gonna look?
Hey love. We make a good pair.
You're so funny.
Come on, don't leave me hanging. Come on. Come on! Dang, my pun game is on point. Everything. Fields are square. The roads are square. Planting an orchard intentionally not square hurts my soul.
Then why are you doing it?
Because it looks better. We're modeling it after Japanese gardens, which are the most beautiful gardens in the world. And they're based on, one, not squares, but shapes that flow into each other and complementary like
Feng shui.
but is it Japanese?
And I am the moon, and I am the sun.
American persimmon that you let basically rot before eating it. Like it's gushy and squishy and weird. But it tastes really good, apparently.
Yes, good boy. Yay! Good boy.
And I will never forget where I come from. And I am the moon, and I am the sun. Every rock and every stone will be there long after I'm gone. And I will never forget.
Got our base.
Those are twigs.
Now we I'm not sure why the boys are so cautiously sitting over here.
Him?
Here you go, my lady. I think so.
You happy?
I'm really hopeful right now that my wonderful, loving, beautiful, and caring wife will cook this hot dog for me because I am scared. My arms hurt from back here. I don't know if this is gonna work. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. It's a miracle she's still around.
These are all the things we found currently in just this one section. 2 wagon wheels slash possibly plow wheel, I don't know. But I am definitely going to use them either in the barn or in the house.
We started piling sticks up on the. This fire was burning last night, but it stopped. Started piling stuff up, and she took off. And directly behind the camera, there's the building. And the wind's from the south today, so it's perfect direction to get this all burned up. How convenient. We'll see how much of it we can burn up before we leave, but it would be nice to get that stump out of there. What's the weight limit on this thing? Oh, so many. Time to call it a night. We're gonna wrap everything up here and head back. It's windy. There it is. Oh, it's been a windy day. Whew, just got back. I smell like smoke, like you wouldn't believe. Just brought the little Ford Jubilee back. This thing's been super helpful today, pulling out barbed wire and old implements and digging some holes yesterday for our trees. When we put those cedars in, saved so much time. But we had a really productive weekend. Nice and relaxing too. Most of the time I just kind of work myself into the ground. Kind of nice to have Allie and the boys here with us just to kind of temper my ambition just a little bit. Otherwise I'll work myself into an early physical therapy arrangement. But we got 4 pears planted. We got the Anjou pears, which are the most common that I see in the store. And then Bosque and Chojuro, which is an Asian pear. It looks like an apple, or shaped like an apple. Skin like a pear, tastes like a pear apple mix. It's really good stuff. And then Dot Sui Lee. Oh my goodness, I can see my hair in the reflection. That's what you get when you mix ashes and wind. And then I got my Romeo dwarf cherry. I think there's a Romeo, either Romeo or Juliet. And then the Wowza planted. And then persimmon and the redbud got put in back in the northwest corner by the willow tree. And we're gonna set up here, it's comfy. And we planted the purple smoke tree just north of the driveway, right where it meets the yard. It's gonna be super pretty. It's one of the first things to flower in spring. So it's like a weird hazy purple, super cool color. And then one more tulip tree south of the one we planted the last time I was here. So kind of trying to refill up that front part of the yard. Super majestic, cottonwoods hanging over, so tulip trees are a very similar form factor. But heading back to the cities for Mother's Day. Allie's gonna spend the morning with her mom, and we're gonna just wind down. I'm doing a lot of extra handyman work to kind of, speed up the transition over to the yard. So after hours, 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock on a lot of nights, I'll be doing some drywall work and some patio laying and all sorts of fun stuff. But we'll see you in 3 weeks, and I got a lot of stuff to plant in 3 weeks, and then we start the phase of the yard where we're creating the mulch for the orchard. 2 weekends straight, I'll be doing nothing but cutting down little trees, big trees, making giant brush piles, absolutely enormous, putting the ones that I've already done to shame, and getting it ready, because in July, probably the second week in July, we'll be renting a 6-inch wood chipper, and those things are like $200 something a day, and I'll need it for Friday night to Saturday night to Sunday night, at least 2, maybe 3 days. So if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, then we're gonna make it worth it. So hopefully get enough to lay down 8-10 inches of mulch across the whole orchard, so it's good for 10-15 years. And then just continuing cleaning up the yard and saving up our money for the septic tank and the well and the power lines and the house and all sorts of stuff. But we'll catch you on the next one, hopefully. Oh, we've got breadsticks in the house.